Good morning, my dear friends. My name is Anvi Kashyap, and today I am going to read the chapter number 3, Movements of Earth. In the last video, which was part 1 of this series, this in the last video, which was part 1 of chapter number 3, Movements of Earth, I read the introduction and the rotation. So in today's video, I'm going to read days and nights, and in the next video, I'm going to read seasons. So days and nights and revolution, and in the next video I'm going to read seasons, and there is nothing else than seasons in this chapter after seasons. So there are only going to be 3 parts. So let's get started. The rotation of Earth causes days and nights. Due to its spherical shape, only half of the Earth receives light from the sun at a particular time. This half has day, the other half, which is turned away from the sun, is in darkness and has night. See Fig 3.1. Look, this is figure 3.1. This is the sun and this is the earth. So sun's light comes and and enlightens this part and leaves this part alone. And at that part, the part which is alone, it's night time there, and the part which is enlightened by the sunlight is called the daytime. And I'm going to share my screen, so please wait a second. I when I was starting to when I was starting to what am I saying? When I was starting to share the screen, I was trying to open Google Earth as well, but don't worry about it now. So I was trying to show you the diagrams. This is the axis, this line, these are poles, which are the ends of the axis, and this axis, this line which is dotted, this and named equator. If you have seen parallels and meridian, you know all about axis, you know all about equator, but still I'm going to say explain, because this is my YouTube channel, YouTube channel's account. So this is the axis. Axis turns the Earth in 23 direction, in 23.3 degrees. This is the accurately divided in half. This, but still the Earth is tilted like this. So. No, I'm not going to do it. So Earth is tilt. It is also showing it here, and this is polar. At this point, this is the Antarctica, and this is at that time it is polar night, and here it is polar day. So this line divides this part into this part into northern hemisphere, and this part into southern hemisphere. But in this part is what some of northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere is in daylight, and some is in night light, moonlight, which can also be called. Some of the northern and southern hemisphere have day, and some of the northern and southern hemisphere have night. So I'm going to read ahead. Let us understand the formation of day and night through an activity. Look figure 3.2 and take a torch and a globe. Ask your friend to shine the torch on the globe. You will see that the half of the globe is lightened while the other half is not. Find out the names of two countries, each lying in the lit half and the dark half. Now slowly rotate the globe. What do you see? You will see that the countries which were in the lighted part have now moved to the darkness. The countries which were in the dark have now moved towards the light. This shows the earth rotates. All places of day and night, but at different times. So next I'm going to read revolution. So you have to wait. I'm going to do one more magic, And so my magic is done. So let's say I pause the recording and then did it. So this is revolution. I'm just going to move my camera here. This is revolution. Spring is here, and then when this goes to here, this becomes summer, then here autumn, then winter, then spring. The which means in India, at this time it is winter, which means Earth for India, Earth is right here, which and it is summer for southern hemisphere and winter for northern hemisphere. But when it comes here, it is winter for northern hemisphere and summer for northern hemisphere. Spring for northern hemisphere. While rotating on its axis, the Earth also revolves around the Sun. This movement is called revolution. The Earth revolves along a fixed path called orbit. The orbit is oval in shape. It takes the Earth about 365 days or 1 year to complete one revolution. So these seasons are in 1 year, which means it takes 365 days or 1 year to complete one revolution. And this path which Earth is revolving around the sun, on which the Earth is revolving around the sun, it is called orbit, and every planet has its own orbit. So that was all for today's video. Bye and have a nice day, and I'm going to stop the recording. Bye and have a nice